Hi, I hope all is well with you and that you're staying safe. Sadly, Shavuos is behind us already. That wonderful, beautiful Chag. Hopefully, it's not an experience that we have already forgotten. And the purpose of the Chag, as well as all the other Chagim, amongst other things, is to regenerate our commitment and our understanding to the various mitzvahs that apply to that Chag. And obviously, the mitzvah of Shavuos is the mitzvah of Limud HaTorah, of Kabbalah HaTorah. And I think it's important for us not to allow the experience that we had just a few days ago to just pass us by without capitalizing on the experience that we had. And the only way to continue to move in a positive direction, to continue to grow, to continue to develop ourselves, is through Limud HaTorah. Professing that we believe in the Torah is very nice, but it's not going to help us grow. The only way to grow is to continue to learn. Some of us have an ample amount of time every day to be able to study the various texts, and some of us are very busy and we don't have that much time. But regardless of the situation that we find ourselves in, we have to find some time to learn each and every day. And there's so many Sfarim today to choose from. I have a few Sfarim that perhaps may interest you, depending on what you're interested in learning. For those of you who are interested in learning Shabbos, Chag HaShavuos, it's a wonderful sefer that came out that goes through the halachos in a very simple form and goes through all the halachos, starting from Hadlakas Neros, or actually starting from preparations of Shabbos. It really is an excellent, reliable sefer. Those women who are interested in brushing up on the halachos that apply to women, also an excellent sefer written by Rabbi Pesach Kron's son, Rabbi Avraham, or Rabbi Eliezer Kron. And there are also Mussar Sfarim. One particular one that I would very highly recommend is Rabbi Victor Miller's set on the Silas Yesharim. He also has on Chovas HaLevavos. The Art Scroll has their own translation with commentary on Chovas HaLevavos, on Sha'ar B'Tochim as well. Go into a Sfarim store and you'll see there are just so many Sfarim. And I'm not referring to novels. I'm talking about Sfarim to sit and learn, even if it's only 10 minutes a day. The way to move in a positive direction is to stay connected with our learning and to continue to learn. Over Shavuos, I had the opportunity to read something that Rabbi Pesach Kron wrote, and he told about the time that he spent speaking to Rebbetzin Youngreis, Aleha Shalom. And she said that her husband, her late husband, had left her a quote that she found very meaningful. And the quote is, "A long life is not good enough, but a good life is long enough." And that's really what it's all about. We measure a person's accomplishments based on what they achieve, not how long they live, or how long they live, rather. That's the challenge that we have, to do something, to grow, to be productive every single day of our lives. The Ger Rebbe, the Sfas Emes, who was nifter in 1905, at the young age of 58. And after his funeral, one of his sons turned to the other sons and said, "Well, at least our father lived and had Arichas Yamim." And the brothers looked at him and said, "Arichas Yamim, our father was only 58. He said, "I said Arichas Yamim. I didn't say Arichas Shanim." Each one of the days of the Sfas Emes was filled to capacity. And that's what we're trying to achieve. We're trying to be as good as we possibly can. And the only way we can do that is to have the direction that the Torah gives us. So we have to fight the Yetzer Hara, especially as we're entering the summer season, where there are challenges for men as well as for women. The way to be able to stay strong is to stay connected to Torah. So Mitzvah Hashem, we should have the fortitude and the understanding that is perhaps difficult inconvenient, whatever word you'd like to use, that I have to put away certain amount of time every day to stay connected. I nevertheless will. And as Rabbi Sharfman once told one of his Talmidim, when the Talmud asked his Rebbe, I only have a few minutes to learn. Should I learn Chumash, Gemara, or should I learn Musar? Rabbi Sharfman said, learn Musar. And if you learn Musar for 10 minutes, you'll find out that you have more than 10 minutes that you can learn. We have to start in the Mitzvah Hashem. We'll have and receive that Siyata D'Shmaya from the Rabboni Shalom to be able to continue to move in a positive direction and take Chag HaShavuos with us throughout the year. Have a wonderful day and a meaningful Shabbos.